I'm here today to basically say the opposite. I've watched a ton of gameplay of the game, as like from basically every YouTuber who's uploaded it at this point. This is the day after the Black Ops 4 reveal happened, and I can say I'm very much looking forward to this game now. Now, I know a lot of people don't like this game. They don't like the fact that the game is changing, but I think it is one of the best things Call of Duty can do right now. The way the game, what this game is doing is what Modern Warfare did to COD from COD 1, 2, and 3, which is change and stand out. Those games didn't have kill streaks, those games didn't have the perks like this, like they do now, and now Black Ops 4 is finally taking what the same initiative that Modern Warfare did and updating COD into a more open genre of gaming. People play Overwatch like to this day way more than they play last year's Call of Duty, for example. It has been self-sustaining for over a period of years now. I think it came out the same time Black Ops 3 did. And that game is still doing very, very well for itself and hasn't had to make a sequel and hasn't had to add a fuck ton of content into it to keep it relevant. The game has been keeping itself going by just the game itself mostly. Sure, they added characters, they added maps, they added game modes, and taken out game modes, but it's been better because of the fact that it's interesting and keeps people interested in the game. It has an objective mode that people really like. It has a competitive mode people really like. A lot of people don't like it, but majority of people do like it. And now Black Ops 4 is doing something similar. They're doing something that other games that have been very successful have been doing. Rainbow Six Siege has been very successful, not needed another game installment after the previous year. Hasn't been forgotten about in 6 months. Overwatch, same kind of story. You can't really compare Call of Duty to those, though, just because of the fact it's not those games. You really can't compare Black Ops 4 to any other game, any other Call of Duty for that matter, because it isn't like those games. There is no other shooter where you heal yourself or that specialists exist like they do in Black Ops 4. Everybody's going to be jumping on the bandwagon saying, oh no, they're just all going to be offensive and they're just going to be one-hit killing machines like they were in Black Ops 3, but that's not really true. Over all the gameplay I've watched, it's more tactical. It's more of a skill-based game now compared to what it's ever been. The skill-based part of Call of Duty was taken out around Black Ops 2. Now, a lot of people are going to hate on me for that, but it's true. In Black Ops 2, they took out the modifier for headshots. They only increased by 20%, I think, if you got a headshot, compared to the 40 or even up to 80% that it was in previous games. I'm not really sure about the numbers exactly, but I know it was decreased a lot. And Ghosts had that, and people didn't like Ghosts because the fast time to kill, but it was just because headshots counted more. After Ghosts, no other game did that. It was all the same Black Ops 2 kind of style where time to kill didn't really matter whether it was a body shot or a headshot. The only difference was it was one less bullet compared to about less than 5. So with this game, it seems like they're reinventing that and putting it back to what it was before, which I think is a great addition. I'm in a very much minority of people who think this game is probably the best game that's going to be coming out for a while from the Call of Duty series, and it's not because of the Battle Royale, and it's not because of zombies, it's because of the multiplayer alone. A lot of people are just saying it's Call of Duty Black Ops 3 without the exosuits, and I've even said this, but after watching a lot of gameplay and knowing more about the game, it isn't. It really isn't. If you liked Black Ops 1's gunplay system, you are going to like this game. If you like objective-based game modes, I would 100% get this game. This game is focused more on that than it is on team deathmatch. Granted, I know a lot of people still want the old school Call of Duty where team deathmatch and fast time to kills, but that isn't progressing the game market like this game will be doing. This game is trying to change Call of Duty into a game that can still be sustainable for years. Next year's Call of Duty probably won't be like this. World War II wasn't like this. So if you want to play a game like that, those games will still exist. They're not going anywhere. Fuck, World War II will still probably have support throughout Black Ops 4's lifespan. And also, if you don't want to play that, but you like Battle Royale, it has a fucking Battle Royale and it has zombies. So this does cater to a greater audience, and I am really excited for the multiplayer of this game. Like I said, I know a lot of people won't be. I've talked to many people about this already, and a lot of people say they don't like it because Call of Duty is changing up the formula, and they just don't like it, which is fine. You don't have to like the game. But when you understand why it's happening, it makes sense. If you like objective-based game modes, if you really are hardcore when you play Domination or when you play Search and Destroy, this game will help that even more. This game isn't going to be such a random piece of shit like the rest of them have, where maps just feed kills to each other. This is more This has more strategy to it. It's a lot more thought out. And that's why the self-healing thing I'm really excited for, because of the fact that you need to prioritize things. You need to choose whether, oh, well, I have this much ammunition, but I also need to heal. Well, how much does that person have? Or will I be safe long enough here to do both? And all that other good things like that. I'm really excited for that. It really is not like any other game that is out on the market right now, so it's not fair to compare it to that. It really isn't. You don't compare Overwatch to fucking Destiny. Why? Because they're two separate games. You just can't do it, especially with this game. Sure, you can compare Black Ops 3 to Black Ops 2 because it has a very similar gameplay style, but Black Ops 4 to Black Ops 3 is very unfair to both of the games. Black Ops 3 is a great game in its own right. I'm not personally a huge fan of it anymore. I was when it first came out, but Call of Duty's moving towards a system of it's growing up. It's finally getting to a point where it's not aiming for the late 2000s market anymore, early 2010s, late 2000s. It's not trying to be Modern Warfare. It's not trying to be those games anymore. It's trying to be its own separate thing. And I think that's great. I know a lot of people disagree with it, but looking at gameplay, understanding it a lot more, understanding that specialists aren't just going to be overpowered piece of shits. Sure, there are going to be ones that have offensive kills, abilities, but that's not all of them. Most of them don't. It's about a half and half mix. So this game is aimed for people who like to play team-based games, and I think it's doing a good job at that. People who want to just rack up kills and everything, team deathmatch will still be there, but from all the gameplay I watched, no one prefers team deathmatch in this game, and I can understand why. Team deathmatch isn't much of a team-based game. It's more of who gets the most kills. That's not what this game is focusing on. This game is focusing on objective play, not how many kills you get in a game. That's why people are saying, that's why you can't see other people's kills. You can't see how many their KD ratio, because it doesn't matter. That has been so much of a thing recently, and for the longest time, where you could see everybody's KD, and then you could be like, oh, that person's shit, even though they're just trying to understand the game. People get shit on for it, and then just get discouraged because they're not going 30-4 like the person on top. But that's not what the game is aimed towards. They want to change that, and they are, and I think that's a great idea. This game really is going to stand out in 2018, 2019, and I think it's going to be great. If you guys disagree, let me know down in the comments. I actually want to know what you guys think. This is my personal opinion on the game. I think it's going to be a good game. I am really excited for it. I'm excited for the beta, and I'm excited to see how many people come back to COD now because of the fact that it's not trying to be something it was once before. It's trying to be something different. Again, not everybody likes change, but Just think about the people who didn't want kill streaks in Call of Duty 3. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like if you did. And I really do want to know what you guys think down in the comments. Leave your own opinions and what you guys think. I understand I do have an unpopular opinion, but this is to put a little bit more light on the subject. If you want to go understand the game a bit more, go watch Drifter. He did a more in-depth review of the game and explained things a lot better than most other people did. Most other people just uploaded gameplay and said, here's Call of Duty. Drifter actually explained it a lot more in depth. He said he spoke to the devs and he did a lot better of a job explaining. So if you're going to watch any of them and want to understand the game, I'd say do that. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one. Take it ready. Peace.